When it comes to FJORDUR, underwater caves are everywhere. So we proudly present our top 3 underwater caves with full base designs on FJORDUR Remastered.
Don't you think we're done? I'll be your anything.
My servers Deluxe wipe on September 30th. Deluxe servers is just like OC, but with better server handling and an official grind. Deluxe offers 3x harvest, lag-free servers, an in-game shop, no pay to win, 5x breeding, new player protection, 3x experience, and more. And come join Deluxe today and get up to 1 week of new player protection. And coming at number 3, this can be found at 51.2 latitude and 44.7 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this is roughly in the middle of the map and it's super easy to get to from just about anywhere on this map. Now this entrance looks something like this. It is a smaller type entrance and opens up into a decently good underwater cave. Now the cave has some area up top here that is basically above water, so you don't actually have to build in underwater. Now you have 2 areas. This is one of the main ones and it has a ton of land and that is all flat right here. And we have a second location, which is where we're going to be most likely putting our main base. Now this spot is also pretty big. I mean, it's not as big as the other one, but it's still super flat. This is definitely the flattest location out of all 3. And overall, this is a really good spot. We're just going to have to do some kind of underwater turrets or something, but let's get right onto the build. Now here is the full base design. On the exterior, we decided to do some kind of floating turret towers, which can be used with vacuum compartments, and then we decided to block off the entrance. We have 2 more inside, which are in front of the main turret wall. The main turret wall mainly covers this entire front entrance to make sure that nobody will be getting in. Now coming through here, we have some random scattered little turret towers, as you like to call them. I want to call them floating turret towers because it's a good name for them. But these have about 5 to around 8 heavies on it, plus some tech turrets. Anyways, coming up top, we decided to spam off all this so you can't walk any kind of dinos up through here. I decided to put 2 pretty decently sized turret towers up here, which you need to build after the turret wall to make it for the 100 turret limit to work properly. And that area you can use for dino storage or just to do what I do, so then nobody can like make a fob on it and try to raid you. Now over here is our main area. There's the turrets down there. In our main area, this is all of your water storage. You have a turret tower that's coming out of the water. And then we have one that is on land. I decided to put one underwater, so it kind of defends a little more underwater on that side of it. And here's the main base, consisting of 2 layers. One layer is your main crafting layer, your hatching layer, really everything for your base. And then up top on your second layer is where you're going to be storing everything. So you have your cookers, your grills, you even have a little farm area over there in the corner, your full crafting station with Daddy storages in the floors. Got some vaults, some replicators, some mini forges, fabricators, some chem benches. And then over here we have a ton of refrigerators because you can never go wrong with too many refrigerators. Then you have a huge vault area. This area can hold a ton of loot in it for you. And then you have some cryo refrigerators. Now if that's not enough for you, you can always expand and go up top and build some more if you need to. Then here is the main area for storing all your dinos. And coming at number 2, this can be found at 47.4 latitude and 42.5 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now the second spot is very close to the last spot. But as you can see, it is not the same spot. This spot leads you into more of a kind of bigger style of that, I'd say. Now this one, it reminds me of the Pearl Cave that is on the island, as it has the same kind of style to it. It has the same kind of entrance, which there's different designs. It's the one that's kind of longer like this one is, but this one has a ton of room inside, and it's usually full of oil and rocks, but I decided to clear out a ton of it so you guys can see what it truly looks like. Now this is where the main base is going to go. It's not the flattest land, so we're going to have to build up a little bit higher to make sure that the full base is flat and not on separate layers, and then we're going to have to figure out the defense for this one. Now here is the full base design. We decided to do more of those kind of floating turret towers, which each of these have about 6 heavies on them. And then here's the main wall. Don't mind the heavies that are turned off. I don't know why they turned off randomly for some reason. But anyways, here's the main wall. We put a huge wall up front, unlike our last version of this. which really didn't have that much defense at all. Now for the 100 turret limit, we had to push these back pretty far, so these are pushed all the way back so that they fit the 100 turret limit very well. Now in front of this is a bunch of bear traps, and if you want to fill in that spam, you can feel free to. I just did it just to kind of make a little like annoying area for people to have to walk through. But anyways, we have 4 of those little 8x1 turret walls that I put in here, and then here's the main base. The main base again has everything that you'll ever need in it. It has 2 replicators, 5 smithies, 6 indie forges, a ton of fabricators, some refrigerators, a refrigerator wall, let me make that right. You have some daddy storages, a grinder, a few beds, little farming area, your cryo refrigerators, and then an entire vault little room back there in the corner. Now you have your tech teleporter in the middle, a tech transmitter for going in and out of the server. You have a cooker, a grill, air conditioners, egg incubators, and then up top is your main area for storing all of your dinos. Again, if you want to expand up here, put some personal rooms, that's really up to you. But let's move on to number 1. And coming at number 1, this can be found at 71.5 latitude and 1.6 longitude. And here it is on the map. You are literally off the side of the map. But anyways, this spot is very popularly known, and in my opinion is one of the most overpowered spots on ARK. This spot, it can easily be unraidable if you can build it right, because not only is it underwater, but it leads you upwards into the cave, meaning somebody has to figure out how to raid you going upwards, as you can see like this, and that is very, very difficult to do. Now coming through here, we decided to start all of the turret stuff through in this area, but you'll see that here in a minute. So you walk through this little hallway, which leads you into a big open cave. Now this cave has bats inside of it like that, so make sure to watch out for those when walking in. Then you're led into the main area. This main area really consists of just lava and structure. There's a ton of flat land to work with, so we're probably going to put the main base right about here. And you even have a nice little other area back in the cave. But then you have a giant lava pool, so if you get bored and want to go swimming in some lava, feel free to do that right there. But anyways, let's get on to the full base design. Now here is the full base design. We decided to start off by putting heavies all around this little area, just in case somebody gets up in here. Not to mention that, you have an entire turret wall sitting right there just in case someone does get up in here. Because you don't want anybody really getting up into this main area, because if they do, they can easily get into your base. Now coming through here, we have a ton of spikes and dino gates just to kind of make sure that no one can just, walk through into the next turret wall. And we decided to put a ton of bear traps to make sure no one's getting through for a long time. These double doors also help with that. Yes, they're meant to get taken out within a few seconds, but it still pushes them back quite a bit. Now right here, you have another turret wall, and I had to deal with the 100 turret limit, so I couldn't fill up every single little hatch frame, but you guys can make sure to do that on your server. And that looked like it was pretty cool looking, though I did that right there. But anyways, coming through here, here's how you get into the turret wall. There are 2 entrances which are up on top, which means you're gonna have to figure out how to kind of fly up there to get in. Now coming over here, we have a nice little area for vaults, refrigerators, for easy stuff to go out and help maybe defend your base. Now coming through here, here's the main base. There's some daddy storages, an entire vault area, and then you have some refrigerators, preserving bins, a transmitter, cookers, a grill, an egg incubator station area, and a hatchery. Now here's the main crafting area. If it's a little tight for you, you can feel free to push it out a few foundations to allow an Anki to walk through there a little bit better than I did. But coming up here, here's the main dino storage area. But anyways, those were all 3 full base designs. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new and hit that subscribe button, and go check out my server's deluxe, which wipes September 30th.